Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to World of Horror. So, exciting announcement, I got my headphones fixed, the new cord came in and it sounds great. The old cord was torn, you could see the exposed wiring, it was pretty, it was pretty unfortunate, I'm not gonna lie. But, hey, the cord lasted me for 6 years, so just having to get a replacement now is pretty good. But, what are we gonna do? Somebody requested Yashiro. Yashiro was requested, so I will acquiesce. What do I think about Yashiro? I think that after the nerf, he's kinda okay. Like, I think he might still be high tier, but he's the low of high tier now. He used to be, like, the high of high tier, like, almost challenging Mizuki for her crown, but, you know. I think, we'll go with... Medical History did us really well yesterday. We'll do Hunted by the Cult. You know, Priest being hunted by the cult, I remember that was a pretty... I remember a while back somebody requested Yashiro hunted by the cult, and then we never found a single cultist, and I was sad. We could go Yagathag, keep the thematic element going of new content. I don't really like Yagathag, especially on Harbinger, but we'll do it. It's the salmon nerd. Actually, salmon color this time. Salmon? Do you say it's salmon or salmon? I said it's salmon for a long time, but then somebody got mad at me, and I was like, oh, maybe that's not the way to say it? Salmon sounds correct, though. Like, what? Like... Just, yeah, salmon sounds correct. But people prefer salmon? Which is weird, because there's an L in there. And salmon would be like Sam-O-N. Or Samon, with a double M. Get some, like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Do I ever? Lighthouse. Remember, we gotta remember the two things. Second enemy, second mystery. Dexterity check, possible, actually likely with Yashiro. Because of the +1 dexterity from Faith, all we have to do is get quick thinking and then +1 dexterity. This also encourages us to go into a dexterity weapon as well. VR, kind of bad. Well, so here's the thing. The knowledge check doesn't exist, but because VR does, it encourages us to use a light source as our weapon a little bit more. So, I think that the lighthouse kind of shapes how you play, and we're in an interesting spot where the knowledge check is irrelevant because it won't show up. This square, right, like the first square is going to be second enemy or second mystery. Second sign of Nurgle, second square, that's going to be dexterity. Virtual reality, that's going to be light source check. So that's the third. The fourth is going to be remember a second thing, and then the fifth and final one is going to be Mr. Takahashi. Thematically appropriate. This one right here doesn't matter. I don't know why it's here. Because you only have to go through 5 things in the lighthouse, so I don't know why I don't know why this is here. To throw you off? Is it a bug? Is it a glitch? Who knows? Who cares? I mean, I do. It threw me off for a long time. And make sure to actually equip that instead of owning yourself like I've done like 4 or 5 times. No starting item kind of simplifies things a little bit. Moriko right off the bat, you love to see it. And the greatest bait of all time, by the way. I thought we were getting playable Kana. The dev knew what they were doing. It was just a picture of the shirt and no face. You were not silly if you thought it was Kana. Because, come on, this is the same shirt that Kana wears. Although, it did... I do remember I was on a live stream with Joey when we found this out. And I was like, Kana is Yashiro! Well, time is convoluted or something like that. I ain't got to explain it. So, what mystery we got here? Do we want to take the money, yes or no? Mermaids, interesting. Akamanto, ya boy. Spine-chilling story of school scissors. I think we actually got a comment about this that I need to read if we do that. You love to see Fear Festival, and Shunned House. freaky feature of found footage. So here's the thing. I don't know if it can generate a, hey, can you give me 1 fund and I'll join you? Like, lend me money? Because I don't think we've ever seen it. If we had 0 funds, I don't think it does that. Just in case, well, actually, probably not. Like, we got the glitch, by the way. In case you're wondering why we have, oh wait, no, we're Yashiro, that's right. Sometimes there's a glitch that we're supposed to have 13-13, but there's sometimes a glitch where you'll spawn in with 14-14 or 15-15, or somewhere in between. It's very random, and I don't think anybody knows why it happens yet, but it exists. But we're playing Yashiro, so we have maximum health increase. So we actually have 15-15. So even if we had the glitch, it wouldn't matter, because I've never seen 16-16 or 17-17. But, I mean, theoretically, maybe it's possible. I just haven't played Yashiro enough for it to finally happen. So I think that we do have a fair bit of, and by that I mean 2. We have a couple. We're gonna do Fear Festival first, and we're gonna take the. I don't know if we want to take the money, because I kind of want to get Jar of Blood and then take the money later. Yeah, we'll do that. So we got the 5 EXP. Let's just go. So the reason why we do it early, for those of you who are just joining us on this episode and you haven't watched the previous ones where we've talked about Fear Festival, mysteries that lead you out of town are very dangerous because they hurt you a lot, right? There's a lot of cadaver equivalents, aka -2 reason, which is enhanced by Harbinger of Doom. So there's a lot of events in the forest that can take you from, might as well Onsen, and by that I mean relax a bit. So we do have 15-15 as the cap, that's fine. Ryoko is pretty much always worth it. +1 damage saves you in 1 event. There's technically 2 events you can use Ryoko in, but never do that one. No, I do not want to spend some time with Dog, unfortunately. And that does mean that Dog gets murdered. But so the thing about forest mysteries is that knowledge and strength and dex are huge. You can get away with having a bad perception stat, but you want to have like 8 or 9 knowledge preferably, or folklore studies. But the reason why you can do festival first is because when you take damage, you can just heal. And so that's literally it, is that you don't get punished because, we'll do this. We will help Dog solve Rubik's Cube, for sure. Okay, so my initial theory is completely wrong, but thankfully it's Masafumi. Hilariously enough, this is the one character in the game that Masafumi might actually benefit, but the only way that we could recruit him is if we sold our bronze crucifix, which we can't do anyways. So it would immediately invalidate literally the whole point. You hate to see it. Also, if you investigate the forest twice in the town screen, oh, let's freaking go, dude. You're guaranteed to get the mask if you make it, if you live, of course. So you can just spend the entire time looking for allies. Get out of here, Kazumi. We had money, but I'm not spending money on Kazumi. I'm really not. You'd only really want to do that if you had fame on, if you had fame, you were playing with all perk cards and you knew you had fame, or you're playing Mizuki with her perks. There is like no other reason you should ever, pretty much ever, take Kazumi or Masafumi, because Kazumi, I don't think she works. I don't think she actually is implemented, and Masafumi was back when you could fight ghosts normally. You can't do either of those things anymore, so she's dead in 2 turns, theoretically. 3 90%. We'll see what happens. It's Leech Girl, so, you know, we can... I don't really like Faith losing there, so this is our first enemy. Oof, that actually that actually really sucks. Excuse me. Come again. I ain't never seen this before, ever. I've literally never seen this before. I have never seen leeches. Literally ever. I do, oh. We lost our Jar of Blood value pretty hard there. We're gonna take a lot of doom damage, probably about 15%, but that should be fine for the spiral hood. It's one of the best items in the game, and I think that as long as if you get it early, you can plan around. Oof, that does kind of suck though. Only being able to do it. Yeah, we are definitely gonna take like a lot of doom. Yeah, we're gonna get hit one more time, I think, right? Yep. Okay, so we did take 15%, which is a little bit bad. We got it. We got the spiral hood. Easily one of the best items in the game. Although the run is looking very bad right now. So the Nameless Horror was our second. What in God's name? How are we does doom damage decrease your faith? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but Jesus Christ. Oh my God. We're getting absolutely owned here. This is definitely a... if you're playing this run normally, this is a Q situation. This is absolutely a Q situation. This is horrible. We do need to take the money now. Although we don't have a weapon, so that really sucks. But we really don't want to take -3 to a stat. So I guess we'll just do School of Scissors, which is a bummer for sure. But we get the wooden bat, so that's pretty much our only play. I guess kind of to pivot topics, because this run looks to be a bummer, and I don't really want to... I kind of want to speed up through the run, because I feel like we're definitely going to lose, and I want to give you another one. Forgot to grab the diary, by the way. I don't think it matters. Always check the lockers, because turn on the lights literally does nothing. And the other option is fight the bloated teacher, which you almost never want to do, because that's very bad. Especially in our situation, where you got 7 stamina. You really don't want to take -2 or -3. You love to see a free B slot. You hate to see the Kurakosa mask, because that's literally just like 1 extra damage during combat. And by that, I mean you throw it at somebody. We're gonna fight the bloated teacher anyways, unfortunately. But kind of pivoting topics, I have finished Season 1 of Stranger Things, and I am on to Season 2 now. Yes, I did binge it. I have not binged a Netflix show in a very long time. Oh my God, that is -3 stamina, Jesus Christ. And, you know, I gotta say that, like, there are some, I don't know. I'm very conflicted about Stranger Things, because I enjoy it. Like, don't get me wrong. Is this a realistic? We can do an 80, 90? That is definitely realistic. Assuming that we hit this 90 here. You know, I've been watching it, and it's, like, I enjoy it, I guess. But it's just kind of... I don't know. I think I might be spoiled a little bit, because I don't think... I don't know. I just find some of the subplots kind of boring. Like, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Like, I don't really... So I think that's correct, right? I literally don't think it matters. I think this is all that matters, like, really, in Timeline B. I literally don't think this has any effect. Now, okay, I actually need to read this comment, because it said something about fighting before the Scissor Woman, so allow me to boot up youtube.com real quick. Oh, I got a new notification. What's that? I'll never look at my parents' koi pond the same way again. Yo, Chaz Wick, your parents have a koi pond? That's dope as hell. I hope you don't mind me saying that. I mean, you left a public comment, and I just so happened to alt-tab and see it being left 9 minutes ago. That's crazy. But my grandmother has a fish pond, but it doesn't have koi in it. I think she wanted to get koi at some point, but she didn't. I think it might be bad climate for him or whatever. Alright, let's go to the comments here. I think I have responded to this one. I hate that Bone Druid comment, by the way. I absolutely hate it. Let's see. Fun trick on figuring out the right combination. Once you've got the journal, you could spend 1 turn on any enemy before the ritual to get it right, rather than having to leave it for times 3 50-50. Useful once damage for Scissor Lady gets fixed. Alright, well, hold on. I gave you a preemptive heart. We're gonna try that out, and if it works, you get your heart back. Not in that way. I didn't tear out his heart. I did not tear out Jules's heart. I did remove it, though, because it was preemptive. -2, you don't like this. Does this do anything? If we throw it, she goes down to 17. Does that matter? I mean, it'd kind of be in the same situation as... Oh, God, no. Jesus Christ. 55% chance. I think we probably just want to... She goes down to 11 again. But then it's an 85-75, which I don't like. We're not in desperation range, unfortunately. But, I don't think this is actually a good enemy to try this strategy out on. But, we could actually go into desperation range. And actually, hold on. We go down to 3. If we figure out the combination, then it doesn't really matter, I guess? Well, let's get crazy here, all right? She goes down to 13. We go down to 2. We brace, figure out the combination, and then... Or we go down to 4, sorry. We brace, figure out the combination, and then we send her with a prep. We should just do this, though. Like, for real. Oh, actually, hold on. Can we brace if we do this? No, we can't. We can't dodge either. Okay. How's our faith doing? Jesus Christ, our faith is terrible. Like, good lord. Actually, I shouldn't say good lord. My faith is -11. Bad lord. You've done a bad job. I've asked for power when it counts, but I guess I don't have the faith in the smallest amounts. Good God. Maybe we should just brace and then pray to whatever deity's listening. Because this will take us down to 5, and then we could still do it later. But, actually, let's just go the guaranteed route. Let's just go the guaranteed dub. So just do... This is an awkward turn. Like, for real. I mean, she goes up to 12, but we're going to be doing... How much damage? What's the default damage? So we're going to be doing... Yeah, we're going to be doing 14 damage, I think, with this. Where are we getting bonus damage from? That's so strange. I don't get it. But anyways. So here's what we do. We brace, and then it is a bow and a bow. So that's meditation. Don't do that. Bow, bow. Well, well, screw it. Let's just try it out. How many do we get right? Ritual is too short to have any effect. All right, you know what? Goodbye. Unfortunately, you cannot do the strategy that... Wow. We got a -3 there. We got a 3-3. Incredible. But anyways, what I was saying about Stranger Things, right? Is it's like... I find the upside down world very interesting. And I find the monster very interesting because I am a small brain and I am entertained by scary creatures. And also, I love the Demogorgon. Stranger Things fan excited to watch Stranger Things for the first time. But anyways, hold on. I gotta get this down. Okay, so we got where is it? Here we go. So it's a bow bow. We know that for sure. And then we've got a clap bow clap. So what do we got here? Is it a clap or is it a bow? It's a clap. It's a bow. It's a clap. It literally just gave us the... Literally just gave us the correct combination anyways, so who cares? But, oh my god. Oh my god. We could have gotten Kurakosa mask value. Oh my god, I didn't even consider it. We could have put the Kurakosa mask on, figured out the correct ritual, and... Get me out of here, dude. Get me out of here. You hate to see that. You hate to see this. This is just so bad. Good lord. Anyways, I just like, you know, I like the monster. I like the evil government. You know, I like a lot of that stuff. But then there's just some things that I don't really like. I think the series is, at least season 1. I don't know about season 2 yet, because I've only watched, like, halfway through the first episode. But I think in, like, season 1, their use of sound effects was terrible. And the special effects were... There's a reason why 90% of the special effects are just shrouded in darkness. It's because if you saw the special effects in good lighting, they would look awful. And, I mean, here's the thing, I like it. It's just, that's just the immediate thing that jumps out to me as being kind of bad. I think we probably want to do Freaky Feature first, because we're scared of roads closed. And here's the thing, like I said, don't get me wrong, I like the show, but it just feels like, I mean, first of all, it's ruined forever, because I played Dead by Daylight, in which... You know, I just want to commend the developers. Oh, here we go. We get to deal with Yagathag for the first time. That's right. We have Yagathag. We did 2 no town mysteries first. That's crazy. But yeah, I just like to commend the Dead by Daylight developers for so accurately representing the Demogorgon. Oh, Jesus Christ. In the game, because in DBD, the Demogorgon is completely useless and a terrible killer. And in the show, the Demogorgon literally gets physically beaten by Steve Harrington with a baseball bat. The only difference, people, is that in Dead by Daylight, Steve Harrington is physically beating the Demogorgon with a pallet. It's... Oh my god. This is a charisma check. This is a perception check. We're gonna fail both of them. We're gonna run in terror. Because I don't want to get kicked out. You will not escape Yagathag's grasp that easily. Spooky skull looking at us on our way out of the office. Just, again, like, just pop the pills right in front of the... Oh, Ryoko! That's where we were getting bonus damage. Oh, crap, I should have rested. What have I done? Oh, well, we got 8 strength and 7 knowledge. Who cares? Good lord, what is happening in here? We'll get tireless, so, again, who cares? Cadaver? Who cares? We're just gonna get it on this one. We're gonna be fine. Good god. I mean, we were gonna die if we noticed the human hand, so I don't know what you want me to do there. We're dead. We got owned by Moriko's Bad Laundry Day. How long does this episode go? 23 minutes? Alright, I'll give you one more. But, yeah, no, I hate, literally, Stranger Things is ruined forever for me, because I cannot take... I literally just cannot take anything to do with the Demogorgon, Steve, or Nancy seriously. Right? Like, my preconceived notion of Nancy is someone who is incredibly toxic, very rude, lots of flashlights, lots of BM palettes, and occasionally a baby Nancy who's like rank 20, and they just started playing the game, and then you give them Hatch because they didn't know that they had to cure Legion's deep wounds, and so you just give them the Hatch because it's like, okay, you can have it. And then there's... I don't even want to think about Steve Harrington. Like, I haven't seen it yet, but when I get to the point in the show where I see Steve's sailor outfit, I'm gonna be a little upset. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we learned something about Yashiro on the last episode, and by that I mean in the last run. The freaking Doom monster, the nameless horror, pretty similar setup right here. Remember both of your second things, knowledge check, virtual reality. Actually, this is a clear heavy bonk build. Like, this is just, you want heavy bonk here. You got the knowledge check, you got the light source check. You want to get the heavy bonk, and then remember your second thing. But I mean, yeah, like, I hate Steve Harrington's. If you don't know video game pain until there are 3 sailor Steve Harringtons just running you in circles with flashlights, and whenever you down one of them, the other 2 just, like, jump in your way, and because you don't have that dumb Legion perk that lets you rapidly attack when you're carrying a survivor, they just bully you until either their friend escapes or they use the toolbox to sabotage the hook, and then their friend escapes anyways, and then they all point at you and then teabag. Like, you haven't felt gamer pain until that's happened to you, and that's happened to me. And I could not believe my eyes watching Steve Harrington just beat the crap out of the Demogorgon with a baseball bat. I was like, good lord, it's literally my lived experience. I hate Steve Harrington so much. I don't even have a problem with him as a character. It's just that, like, I have a problem with the stereotype of people who play him. I almost used that. I almost did. Good lord. Like, I'm very positive when I play. Like, I have a very good attitude when I play Dead by Daylight. But there are some things that just kind of make you want to die. And probably the biggest one that makes me want to die, hello there, Namira, how are you doing on this fine night, is when you have survivors who are just so good at the game that it's literally, it is quite literally up to them if they want to make the game enjoyable for both of you. Right? Because a good survivor, when you get into a survive with friends, like a 4-man or a 3-man who's good, you literally just do not have a choice in how the game goes at all. Like, it is entirely up to them how the game, like, plays out, and it's given me depth flashbacks, but I'm not good at Dead by Daylight. Like, I remember, like, 3 years or so ago, I started playing Depth. Maybe like 2 years ago. It was like 2018. I started playing Depth, which is a great game, by the way, but I would not recommend you play it. Because the only people who play Depth are people who have thousands of hours in it. Oh my god, do you want to fight the ghost? We have the Friend's Diary. We can try to figure it out, dude. You want to... Okay, let's do it. Let's fight Toilet Ghost. Let's go. Let's ruin our faith score. Okay, so that we know that it is a bow and a clamp. And so we literally just can do this in 2 turns. So it will at most take 6 reason damage, which is bad, but... Okay, so it is a bow and a clamp. It is a bow and a clamp. So we know that's correct. And then we will just do... So actually, how do we figure this out? Okay, so bow, clap. We know that for sure. And let's just clap 3 more times and see what happens. You feel like you got 2 moves right. Oh my god, so it's literally just bow, clap, bow, 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 right? Like it has to be. Ladies and gentlemen, so it's just bow, bow, bow. Alright, so we figured it out. Let's go! Do I care about luck? No. I do care about losing experience points, and I'm kind of scared of 6 faith. Have a little peek outside. But yeah, like, so when I first started playing Depth, right? For those of you who don't know, it's a 4v2 multiplayer game where 2 people play as sharks. Like, it's an underwater shooter. It literally doesn't matter. One's a strength check, one's a dexterity check. Who cares? Apparently, Shiro. And apparently that's a 5, because our faith stat doesn't count for some reason. But, dude leaning in a box. I, again, don't think it matters, but here we go. And so, it's 4 people play divers who are there to get treasure and to basically do an escort mission for a automated drone like an automated drone called Steve that follows the same path every time. And so the divers, their goal, ooh, steak knife. Their goal is to just get Steve to the end of the round and get as much treasure as possible. And they start out with crappy pistols, and by crappy pistols, I mean I hate the frickin', what is it, the SP-11? The stupid underwater pistol that everybody who's good uses. Like, the P-11 is like your first 100, it's like your first 80 hours, and then you move to the real gun, the real starter gun. Oh no, the spear pistol is also a nightmare if you're playing a Mako, but that's besides the point. How we doing this? How we doing this, huh? I want to brace. I definitely want to brace. Get out of here, spyware, be gone. And by that, I mean anti-spyware. I really don't want to take 4 at all. That's so bad. Here's the thing, we're gonna go... We actually want to minimize the amount of times we get hit, right? Because getting hit in combat is what takes it down, but not by how much damage. Or maybe it is by how much damage you do. Maybe we'll lose 2 faith or 4 faith. This is a learning experience for all of us. And yes, we are going to take a 60% chance because screw it. We were... Oh my god. So, no. It's how much damage the enemy deals, not how much damage you take. Or is it because we took 2-2 that means 4? Would we have taken 8 faith damage? Good god. Jesus Christ. I'm honestly, the more I play Yashiro, the more I think he's probably in Haru territory. Like, other characters do not have to deal with this, which is a detriment to him. Like, if you can get it to work for you, that's great. But, you know, other characters just win by existing. And so, it's very weird to actually see. This is also helpful to guess all of them correctly, because we get, like, 25 EXP, which is just fantastic. Like, 25 EXP for free, on top of the 40 that we're already getting, is just so good. Or 30, technically. So we're getting 55 EXP per mystery. Or, not... Oh. I don't think that's gonna hurt us that much. Like, let's see what we got here. Bulletin, Freaky... Oh, Freaky Feature and Bulletin. Bulletin is like a half and half. But Freaky Feature is kind of bad, because that's the big forest. What was I saying? Oh yeah, depth, right? So, when you first start playing as a like, here's the thing about depth. It's an absurdly balanced game. You would not know this if you played depth. Like, depth goes on sale all the time, and it's, if you can get, like, 5 other people to play with you, and you just do, like, private lobbies by yourself, probably a really fun game. But the thing is, if you play in multiplayer, you gotta wait for, like, 3 or 4 minutes. If you're a shark, you gotta wait for, like, 4 or 5 minutes. If you're a diver, you gotta wait, like, 2 or 3 minutes. But in, like, depth is an absurdly balanced game. All of the sharks are viable. Most of the guns are viable. Well, I don't know about the newer ones, because I haven't played in, like, the last year, but the old guns were all really, really balanced. Except for maybe, like, the assault rifle, which is kind of... The heavy barrel assault rifle, kind of OP. If you're, like, a lighter shark, for sure. Or if the... But the problem is, with depth, that you are just, like... when you get good at depth, anybody who is worse than you will pretty much never be able to win unless they have a teammate who is good at the game and they are also good at the game. And so I'll give you a perfect example. Once we get into a mystery, and I think we're going to take Bulletin because it's much easier than Forest. Freaky Feature is probably what we're going to do last. But I'll tell you one of the first games I had as depth, right? I was playing the Thresher, which is a light shark. So very, very susceptible to gunfire. Very weak. And I was going up against... I don't recall his name, but he's the potato guy. Like he always has like a profile picture of a potato. That's like, well, he used to. I don't know if he still does, but that's just what I remember. And did we lose stamina there? What the heck happened? That's so weird. We can sell the steak knife. Oh, actually, you want to equip the steak knife for the better speed? We're gonna lose our dexterity soon, but we might. We might actually want to do that. Actually, no. We sell and then go buy the heavy bonk, because that's what I wanted to do from the beginning. It's not there. There it is. Heavy bonk, heavy duty flashlight. 4 damage, 85 speed, 75 hit chance. It's a light source. You love to see it. I'm kind of scared of Yagathag, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to get owned by the... I don't want to get cadavered, so I'm a little bit sus of what's happening here. But yeah, so I was going up against a notoriously great survivor, who I only remember as being a potato profile icon. Like, he's super good. He's got like thousands of hours into the game, probably. If I had to bet. I don't know if at that time. But he was one of the better survivors in the game. And, divers. And, what was our second enemy? It was the young witch, right? Or have we not done a second enemy yet? No, the young witch was our first enemy. Also, this guy, he really doesn't want to give up, so we'll just relent. Was it the young witch? I don't remember. Maybe the young witch was the first enemy. Probably. I think actually the young witch was the first enemy, and then Scissor Woman doesn't count. So whoever we find next... Whoever we find next... That's my cat snoring, by the way, if you can hear that. +1 to... Hello, Kiki. Sorry, I'm just petting my cat. She deserves it. There we go. Good cat. She's getting old, so I like to pet her when I can. But anyways, we definitely want to get On Your Own. It's just so good. And then probably just take Strength for better defense, or Knowledge for more speed. I think we'll take Knowledge for more speed. It's very good. We don't have Kana, so we don't have to worry about that. Hate to see that. Like, yeah, you actually really hate to see Wired Preacher. Oh, I completely lost my train. Yeah, depth, right? So I was playing as a light shark, very weak, but very fast, can do a lot of damage. And I came up against this really good diver, and so what he did, it was actually like a very good map for sharks, because it's 4 locations that are like underwater, like underwater research areas that have long since flooded. And so what happens is, actually, you know what, I would say it's a better diver map now that I think about it a little bit more closely, but theoretically it's supposed to be good for sharks, because the Steve goes into like an underwater oil rig and he stays there, and it's super tiny, it's super cramped, and then he has to leave, and then he goes out into open water for like 40 seconds. And then it's supposed to be a feeding frenzy for sharks. But once the guy realized I was new, because like a lot of people in that game actually do make, like, they private their account so that you can't see their stats, and then they will they'll basically just troll. Like, they'll do default sharks and just, like, smurf. Once he realized I was new, he swam out into the center of the map and pre-shot my spawn points. Like, he literally just pre-shot my spawn points entirely. Sorry, just looking. And so whenever I would hit respawn, I would just instantly die. Now, if I had... That wine is terrific, by the way. I almost want to chug this immediately. And we might have to if we get -2 to our reason. We get cadavered. But Father Yasugi came in clutch, so we'll definitely take advantage of that. But, yeah, so he literally just pre-shot my spawn points. So whenever I respawned, I just immediately died. And, you know, he was like... That was one of the worst video game thrashings I've ever experienced in a game. Like, just moment you spawn, instantly dead. You finally, like, manage to break free, and you try to get him, and he just, like, jukes you effortlessly and just puts a bullet in the back of your head and you're dead. Like he literally... Each team has 30 lives. He 0 to 100 me. Like, before I could get, like, a kill, he literally just got all 30 of my tickets down. And it was a freaking disaster. Like, it was a nightmare to actually play. And the thing is, I eventually... Like, I had to make a choice at that point. You know, did I want to just uninstall the game, or did I actually want to try to get good at it? And I put a lot of hours into that game. I'll actually alt-tab. This episode is so long that I'm actually going to alt-tab and make it longer, just to prove a point to you. Let me go to my games. I put about 300 hours into depth. And I eventually got him back. I eventually beat him in a match. But those, like, first 150 hours were painful. And then once I finally got it, though, like, I got it. The game is super well balanced, and if it had, like, a large community of players, you would be able to, like, buy it and enjoy it, and I'd highly recommend it. And it's really is in Dead by Daylight territory. But Dead by Daylight has enough players, and, well, Dead by Daylight isn't really balanced, but it kind of has its own weird thing going on. Like, in Dead by Daylight, you can have a great time if you fight people who are the same skill level as you. And that happens sometimes, but then sometimes you get into a 4-man, they call it a Survive with Friends lobby, and you just get absolutely annihilated. And what I was saying earlier is that if you get into a game with, like, a squad of survivors who are good, or at least better than you, then they can completely dictate the entire game, and you will have no input. Like, it literally will not matter what you do. You just do not have enough game knowledge. You do not have enough skill. You do not have enough Dead by Daylight instinct, if you will, to actually properly play. And so if you get people who... It's so weird, right? Because I'll get into a game where I completely annihilate the survivors, right? And, like, it's literally just, like, I have to pretend I didn't see people, and then, like, I have to ignore certain survivors, I have to pretend I didn't see them, I have to let them do gens right in front of me. You know, I have to basically act to make sure that they can have fun and play the game properly. And then I get into lobbies that are intense. Right, I get into lobbies that are like, oh man, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's like, these guys are good, but I'm good too, and we're all having a good game. And then I get into lobbies where the survivors are better than me, and then... I get into a lobby where one survivor is better than me. It's a competitive game. I get into a lobby where 2 or more of the survivors are better than me. Is very difficult. If I get into a full, like, team game where, like, 3 people are on comms and they're better than me, I cannot play the game. Like, that I try to play the game, and I try to make it interesting. And I'll just... It's such a bizarre thing to actually witness if you've never seen it before. Like, if you've never, like, heard of Dead by Daylight, if you've never played it, we're gonna do an experiment here. We're gonna see. We're gonna brace and see if we lose 1 or 3. Because that'll explain, that'll figure it out for us. And that'll depend, basically, how I feel about Yashiro for the rest of his existence. Pretty much, yeah? You'll go down to 16? Is that even good? No? That's not good, actually? I kind of want to save the... I mean, maybe we'll just drink the wine bottle. I guess we will. Take him down to... Actually, crap. Do we want to take him down to 18? Because we can guarantee this hits and then we can brace, right? Yeah. Is this actually better? Because think of it this way, right? It's 3 turns regardless. And this is... I don't actually know, man. I do not know. I think actually probably what we want to do is this. Hello, dog. Oh my god, I cannot believe that. We lost. Okay, so it's how much damage you in total you take. So that's very interesting. No way. Bro, come on. That's like not even funny. Like I was about to say, like, dog, I'll play, like, I'll play ball, I'll play ball, I'll let you outside, we can chill downstairs, like, once I'm done with this run. I think that might be a little sooner than any of us would initially expect. Like, I mean, I gotta go down this rabbit hole, right? Thank God. Good lord. This is still bad. Like, I want to make this clear. Like, this was the bad move already. But missing the 85% after 85%, that's just a disaster. Like, that's not just a disaster, that's like... My hope for this run has gone down the drain, especially because we have freaking Miku right after it, dude. Unreal. Taking her down to 14 doesn't do anything. So we really just want to do, like... There's no way, right? There's no way. Oh, thank God. Okay. So we can have a reasonable expectation with this, but I don't know anymore. Like, good lord, what is happening in this video game right now? It's been a while since we've gone just on such a pathetic streak of, like, missing easy-to-hit things. Do we care about... Well, we definitely don't care about the gun, but we really want the EXP. The more I play Yashiro, the worse of a character I think he is. Like, maybe that's harsh, but... Like, I don't like Yashiro. Like, the more that I play Yashiro, the more I'm like, this guy, like, actually sucks. Which is really weird, because when Yashiro first came out, I didn't know how to play him properly, and then I figured it out, and I'm like, he's the most overpowered character. Like, he's like the second best character in the game. He might even be better than Moriko. And then this disgusting nerf happened. Leveling up requires an extra 40 experience. That's crazy. Anyways, we're gonna pick up the pace here, because we're coming up on an hour long. We got 10 more minutes for an hour long, but riots, we've already fought Miku, so having a chance to fight her again scares me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Give me the monument, we're gonna need it. I don't think we need the dog. A compass, like, a compass on Yashiro would be really nice, like, don't get me wrong, but I think you want to take the EXP boost here. I'm going to be real with you. We want to level up again. I only got 2 mysteries left to go, though, so you definitely don't want to... We're actually kind of at Akamanto range, believe it or not. We've got a weapon to throw, we've got a heal in our back pocket. I actually think this is Akamanto time. You're gonna think I'm crazy. You might think I'm happy, you might think I'm sad, you might think I'm crazy, you might think I'm mad. But listen right up, I'm gonna tell you something that'll burn your ear. Our health is good. So, and we're gonna get a level up soon, theoretically. Not really, because we need 80 more. But, do we want to fight Eldritch Monto? I think we do. We just want to gather gossip. Now, you just want to get owned? I hate all of you. Oh my god, are you serious? I actually think that Eldritch Akamanto is not worth it. I actually think that Eldritch Akamanto is not worth it, because you can just get completely screwed by RNG. This has been Webweaver's rant. We've talked about a lot of things today, haven't we? Oh god, alright. Oh my, really? Come on, man. Maybe we should have sold the heavy-duty flashlight. No. Come on, Jack. Let's get owned by Miku again, I guess. This is fine, actually. I don't mind this at all. Are you serious? Yagathag, man, he's coming in clutch. Like, I think that... I've been thinking about this game a lot recently, because, I mean, I just kind of think about this game, like, constantly. And, it's really interesting to play it, and, like, to have a very... Wow. I wouldn't even say, like, this game has been relatively consistent on mysteries and events. And that's not even, oh, yo! Actual hunted by the cult value. And by that, I mean, Jesus Christ. A freaking nightmare on Harbinger of Doom, huh? But, I mean, this is why we pick the freaking thing, so we can actually see this dude in action. Get him down to 14? Does that matter? No? Because we can still only do 12. He's doing 3 if we if we get hit. Or if we brace, so that's... Jesus Christ. I think that I am working on a little project that... I mean, I'm always trying to work on a project, right? But the unfortunate thing is that there are a lot of videos that I want to make, but Adobe Premiere Pro is just so bad that it's actually just, like, almost unusable to some extent. Like, it is unusable, actually. Like, I can barely edit these videos because the performance is so bad. And I'm trying to upgrade, I'm trying to build a new computer, I should say. And I secured myself some very nice parts, and by that I mean one of the new AMD processors. But the problem is that, like, literally every computer part in existence is just out of stock. And so if you want to buy something, you have to pay, like, almost like a... almost like a 100% markup on eBay. And so your choice is to just wait. Which is crazy, because it's like... I can't believe... I think I've talked about it before. I cannot believe that companies are so bad at letting you buy things. You really hate this, by the way. But, hello there, dog. What are you up to? Just vibing? Alright. I get kind of worried when my animals make weird noises, but, you know, animals make weird noises, I guess. That's what they do. Can we guarantee that we kill him if we do that? No. We can't. Well, actually, yes, of course we can. We can just do this. So let's brace again, and then do this, which is a nightmare. Jesus Christ. Like, technically, we're still getting faith value, so it's not that bad yet. But the fact that the faith is something that you have to consciously look out for, I think that if you play, if you're on, like, True Believer and below, Yashiro is probably still a super strong character. Uh-oh, are we doomed? Did I just, I wasn't paying attention. Cadaver, that ruins speedruns, you hate to see it. But at least I can take a drink of water here. I clicked and he's not coming, dude. Am I doing something wrong? Where do you click? There we go. The ruiner of speedruns himself, the park guest. Also, Cadaver, which it doesn't tell you that, you just lose reason. Which makes sense, I guess, but I wish it told you. We're dead if we do this, so just let the police handle it. Okay, we're at Akamanto. We've gotta be a little bit, we gotta just give into the RNG. Good God. I feel so bad for Yashiro. Okay, we're good. Who cares? Yagathag is getting furious. Who actually cares? I can't believe that there's a chance that we might win this. Now, with this guy, probably not. I'm being honest with you. This is scary. This is bad. So he's taking 12-12. I mean, it's what we gotta do, dude. We gotta rely on it. 95% chances. He doesn't cancel that because he only cancels your 6th action. This is one of the enemies. Any enemy that has, like, a visual glitch, like that, well, not a visual glitch, because I don't actually know that for certain, but like the glitched magician and the time warper, if you do over 5 things, they will they'll get very upset with you very quickly. It's your boy Akamanto in the frickin' Eldritch Realm. We have to drink immediately, which is unfortunate. Throw the frickin' hunting rifle. Very unfortunate damage it did there. We can do 12-12. He's not dead. So we have to brace and buy as much time as possible, which is very weird, actually. And we have to, oh, I was gonna say we have to meme it, but unfortunately we actually can't. Okay, so any chance we had of winning, went out the door with that. But we'll try. Why do we have an empty bottle? What? What? When did we get this? Huh? I mean, I'll throw it. I mean, I'll throw it. I'm not adverse to that. So hold on. How much damage can we do in total? That'd be 12, and then this would be 20, basically. We can do 20. So we just got a 40%, 75% chance. Who cares? Oh my God, you're saying there's a chance, theoretically? Really? Is there any higher chance we have here? This will do 8. This will do 8. That's not enough. So we just have to do this. YOLO, let's go. You only live once, Yashiro, so make it count. Oh my God. You just had to give us that little bit of hope at the end there, didn't you? Well, anyways, thank you so much for watching. My name is Webweaver. It's a very long episode. I apologize for not respecting your time. Hopefully we got some more interesting stuff coming out in the future. Like I said, like I alluded to earlier, and by alluded I mean said, there are a lot of videos that I want to make, a lot of World of Horror videos that I want to make, but just the terrible performance of my computer when it comes to Premiere Pro, or just video editing software in general, makes it nigh impossible to do. Like, I'm talking like 3 FPS slideshow on anything more complicated than what you're watching right now, which is a 10 FPS slideshow, just so you know. Like, my computer is great for gaming. It was built 5 years ago. That's what it was built for. It was built for gaming. We kind of skimped on the motherboard. We kind of skimped on the RAM. We kind of skimped on the CPU. Well, the CPU is fine. The CPU and the GPU were great for the time. But as Adobe Premiere Pro requires more and more power, and same with like something like After Effects, it's like, you know, you go back, you watch some of the old like meme videos, you could see some potential there, but I just never really capitalized it on when I still had the ability to edit videos consistently. But as system specs keep climbing higher and higher, and as my technology keeps falling, as my hardware keeps falling lower and lower on the tier list, you know, it's a good GPU. It's a good it's a good CPU, but it is not at all optimized for editing. And I mean, even when we got it, like, it was still kind of bad at editing. Like, Adobe Premiere Pro has always been a nightmare, but I always just kind of chalked it up to Adobe Premiere Pro being the nightmare, and not actually the fact that I had bad hardware for it from the beginning. So, the computer that I'm building will eliminate my problems, for certain, and if they don't, Adobe Premiere Pro truly is the worst software of all time. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next episode of World of Horror, Outward, Noida, or Hades. Although, I've been pretty busy this week, so I don't have a backlog anymore of Noida, and I haven't had a Hades episode for a while. So if I'm being honest with you, if you're getting a double video a day, it's probably going to be Outward, so look forward to that, I suppose. By the way, new thumbnail coming soon, looks freaking fantastic. Artist did an incredible job. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe, I've already said that, goodbye, good night, have a good day.